We just had the farmer scoop past on his buggy. Got one over there, one buggy over there, and a load of ponies. And then 3 more Evel Knievels over that way. I think they've gone to try and find some more ponies or something. Of course, it's a Saturday today, so we've got more people. There's some more walkers up there. We've had about at least three groups of people walking past us. But like I said, it's not unsurprising. It is a Saturday. I try to avoid the weekends, but sometimes when you're camping with someone and they can only do a weekend, you kind of got to do what you got to do. After my first night in my friend's Durston, I thought it was time to set up the ancient, antiquated 10-year-old. Do check back in the archives over the past 10 plus years of videos on YouTube. This one goes back a very long time. So yes, I thought it was time to set up my own tent, the MLD Duomid. And of course, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe. Please do share my video. If you can, if you're on social media, sharing my videos will help the channel to grow and more people will see it. And hit that notification button to all. Let's carry on. We've taken everything from Chris's Durston, just some cord left, and we've basically carried, I probably should have filmed it, shouldn't I? I really ought to try and remember to just film different things, but anyway, it was literally just me walking backwards and forwards. So it's basically just all dropped very loosely in here. Now I do have an inner with me, but I'm going to try it without the inner just for a change, because I usually use an inner with the Duomid, mainly from its size, kind of like, because it's, you know, fairly compact in here, it's kind of just easier to have the inner really just as you know, something to keep everything contained. But what I've done this time, just as a change really, just to see how it goes, is I've put plastic sheet underneath. That's not to protect the cuben floor, it's to try and give my kit some spillage room. But you must admit, you don't get very much spillage room. So I think just to keep things a little bit together, I'm going to put my down leggings. A slightly wider bathtub ground sheet would be useful, and down boots in this stuff sack. These booties are Peter Hutchinson Designs booties. They're very, very light and packable, but not waterproof, only for in camp. And I must admit, I was on the cool side last night, so quite likely I will need and use the pack liner tonight. It's an MLD sleeping bag or quilt liner, and it's excellent. I will have another video on this from this trip. I must admit, this is where This is where I do like, this is where I do like the inner in here, because then I can just chuck stuff back and it can't spill anywhere. We will see how it goes. I've got the inner if I think I want to use it. I like having bits of foam mat with me, and then especially in the winter, and then when I put electrical things down on the ground, they're not directly on the ground. With that very lightweight foam matting, it just gives a little bit of insulation under you, but also under electronics if you put it on the ground. Obviously when it's very cold, keep electrical things in your sleeping bag. This foam mat here, I'm going to put under the airbed. It gives it a little bit of protection, but it also gives extra warmth. I can kind of cheat with this because I can put Lass's pack at the very end of my bed. So that acts as two things. One, it's somewhere to put Lass's pack, but it also gives protection to my feet. Stops my feet from sliding off. Okay, so this is my sleep stuff. I just chucked it. It's all just, obviously I just literally moved from one shelter to the other. There's the weather station in there. That spare hat and gloves. More food. So now, because I got that plastic sheet there, I can put things on that plastic sheet, because the mat isn't quite big enough. Once I've got this area here cleared, I'll put the cooker down here to my left for Lassie to go on if she wants to. Plus I can put my feet, and I can put my electrical stuff on here as well if necessary. We're not going to get flooded out here, so I'm not going to have to worry about anything like that. And then my pack, don't forget, if you've got a gap at the back as I have here, then use your pack, open up the hood a bit, and you can just put your pack back there, and then that just acts. It's not a massive windbreak, you know. I'm not saying it's not like a tent. It's not like a tent inner. It's gonna be like freezing tomorrow, and I've never taken this MLD quilt down that cold, and I was quite chilly last night. I doubt it was much lower than 5 or 6 last night. Okay, well, we're just going to get some water. I'm just going to get one thing of water. This is where I pitched my tap at Grace Solo tap last year sometime. Right through right through there. Right, we've got some water now. That'll tide us over for Lassie's splashing time. I spent 10 minutes trying to find my lighter. Part boil the veg, because I like my veggies reasonably soft. That starts up very easily, so we'll get that on to boil. I do for you lot. Right, so get the pepper and the onion. So basically we will cut up. Now just be very, very careful when it's pretty obvious, obviously. Just be very careful when you're using a very sharp knife, you know, like this. So we're going to have half of the onion today, and we'll put that in the pan to boil, and we'll cut the pepper up. That into boil. Give that a part cook. One thing I didn't bring this time, a bit silly, was salt and pepper and all that type of stuff. Never mind. And we will tip the chicken. Right, that's boiling. We'll take that off. That chicken on there. This is a lot of chicken. Okay, this is going to take a little while to cook this, so so far the fuel that we put in has done the vegetables and is doing the chicken, and you know, we only use that bit there so far. I do think we will be using more because it's going to go out in a minute. Obviously with chicken, you know, you need to give it, you know, absolutely plenty of time. It's probably done on the outside, a lot of that, but it certainly won't be done on the inside. So far I just put some more of this in, so we're now about halfway through the bottle. Oops. Okay, we'll give that a little bit to Lassie. You just can't be too careful with chicken. And the handle on this doesn't get hot. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece off. I think that's probably done. It's annoying I forgot the salt and pepper. It's definitely done, look. Cooked all the way through. That's soft. That cut well. Oh. A bit of grass. That cuts very well. Yeah, it's cut cooked. You can kind of add it to the plate so it stays hot. I think the nafs has run out. Well, that's not bad. It's basically cooked completely a whole portion of chicken, made the veggies soft. I didn't do the mashed potato, but to be honest, this is probably going to be enough. There's a little bit there for Lassie. Well, it's around about now to round off this video. If you've got this far, you obviously enjoyed it. please share my videos if you possibly can, to try and reach a few more people. Also, like, subscribe, hit that notification button to all, and obviously come back, because we have many more, or several more videos from this trip, including some sausages and more Durston. Well, I'm going to carry on enjoying my dinner, and I will catch up with you all a little bit later.